Hey everybody, and welcome back. Again, my name is Jacqueline Allen and I am an EMDR therapist from Chicago. And if you're pressing this video, it's likely that you are interested in learning some vagus nerve exercises that can activate that ventral vagal part of your nervous system, which is responsible for us feeling things like safe and connected. So let's jump in. Don't mind this random blob. This is my cat Billy, who is very attached to me and this couch. The first exercise that I'd like to talk about is called the basic exercise, and as the name implies, is super simple. It's created by a body therapist named Stanley Rosenberg. He has done a lot of research into the nervous system and the body in general and the polyvagal theory, and he discovered that this simple exercise activates the ventral vagal nerve. So let's jump into it. All you have to do is clasp your hands like this, and you're going to want to sit comfortably in a chair or even lie down on the floor, but you'll clasp your hands, and then you'll just basically allow your skull to rest into your hands, and you'll look up and to the right. You don't want to strain your eyes. You just want to look up and to the right for 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, until you sigh, yawn, or swallow, and then you're going to switch and look to the left for 30 to 60 seconds until you sigh, yawn, or swallow. And it's literally that simple. So there is a way to manually activate that ventral vagal nerve in a way that provides pretty immediate results. Rosenberg suggests that you assess your body before and then self-administer the basic exercise, and then just notice what it does to your body. A lot of people find that their heart rate begins to slow down, or they're able to take deeper breaths. So this is a simple yet very impactful way that you can activate that ventral vagal part of your nervous system. The second tip that I'd like to discuss is by Deb Dana, and it's a two-part tip. The first part, as Deb Dana says, is to befriend your nervous system. So become a student of its patterns and triggers. Assess different things that maybe slips your nervous system into some of the sympathetic activation, that fight-flight response, maybe stressed or overwhelmed or irritable. Is it somebody cutting you off in the road? Is it getting into an argument with your partner, or maybe your child not following direction like you would have wanted them to? Or what are things that maybe sends your body into a dorsal vagal shutdown activity, feeling lethargic or hopeless or depressed? Maybe it's when you have so much work to get done where you're kind of like, I don't even know where to start, and you find your body wanting to just sort of shut down. So again, that first step is to identify and become aware of the different patterns and different triggers. The second layer to that tip is to identify cues for safety. So this is different for everybody, but she recommends thinking through who, what, where, and when. So who are people in your life that when you're around them, you feel very welcomed, you feel the relationship is life-giving to you. Identify those people. What are things that when you use or go to, even if it's small and minimal stuff, but what are things that you use that provide you with even a glimmer of that ventral vagal energy? So for me, to give my nervous system as an example, I love oils. So when I feel myself entering into that sympathetic activation, which is where I'm prone to go, I will whip out my oils. I'll take a few deep breaths, and my mind is instantly in a spa. Our sense of smell is actually very primal, and it's very effective and powerful in altering our mood. But that's for my nervous system, so you have to assess for you, what are things, big, small, anything in between, that provide even moments of peace for you? Where? So what are specific places that when you go, you just get a peaceful sense? Some people say it's when I take a walk by the lake. Some people say it's when they're curled up on their couch with a warm cover. Where for you represents feelings of peace and safety? When? So reflect and think about a time when you felt super anchored in that ventral vagal state. Begin to assess and explore, who were you with? Where were you? What were you doing? Because those can provide you with some of your cues for safety. Understanding your triggers and knowing your cues for safety is really important. Because let's say you anticipate a pretty overwhelming week. You recognize that you're going to be working to manage a lot of your triggers or stressors. What you can do is you can oversaturate your environment and your week with some of your cues for safety. So when I know I'm having an overwhelming week, I have these oils by my desk, or I might schedule time with a very life-giving friend. So I hope these tips were helpful to you. Let me know if you plan to try any of these things and how they worked out for you.